Healthy sexuality is not about positions, and healthy sexuality is not even about sexual intercourse. That's maybe shocking, surprising. I don't think it's revolutionary. I'm certainly not the first person who has voiced that, but it's not. Healthy sexuality, like I said a minute ago, anybody, if you lower your standards low enough, anybody can have sexual intercourse. Really, I do believe that. What is sexuality about? And these are some of the points that I've got over here on the right side of the board that I'm not going to dwell very much on. I'll make comments on a couple of things, but these are the components of healthy sexuality. Healthy sexuality is about connection. And I'm not just talking about sexual, physical connection. That's a big, important part of it. But it's about emotional and spiritual connection. That is real intimacy, the we-ness in a relationship. Healthy sexuality is about understanding each other, about sharing with each other. There's an exercise that I do with some of the couples with whom I counsel, and it's called love maps. And love maps are simply questions that people will ask each other. People in serious committed relationships will ask each other in order to get to know each other better. And very simple things are favorite colors, favorite movies, favorite songs, favorite places to eat. You know, you probably know a lot about each other if you've been in a relationship that length of time. But you might be surprised too as to how many married people, how many people who've been married for a long time, don't really know that much or some of those things about each other. Healthy sexuality is about time. And you all know this as well as I do. Nothing worthwhile is going to happen without time being devoted to that. You just can't. There used to be the myth about child rearing that, we don't have a lot of quantity of time with each, but boy, when we have time, it's really good quality time. And I say, okay, good for you, but those are not mutually exclusive propositions. You want to have good quality time with your kids and with your spouse. And in my experience raising my children, some of the best quality of time that we ever had was unplanned. It's because we were just hanging out. We're watching TV or we're playing a board game on the floor, putting together a jigsaw puzzle, and somebody says something that just cracks us all up. It would not have happened if we hadn't just been spending time with each other. And those are some of the memories, and you all know that you can go back to in your own life and say, remember that time when we were doing this and you said this, and we laugh about it to this day. Healthy sexuality is about talking and listening every day. Talking and listening. I'm not talking about 2-hour, gut-wrenching, emotionally charged conversations. But I'm talking about every day spending time with each other. Okay, here's the point. The point in that I'll make, and I've talked with couples. I've talked with couples frequently, whose marriages are in trouble, and maybe they've been married for a long time. Maybe they've been married a very short period of time. But a question I'll generally ask is when did things start kind of going badly? When did things start coming apart? And I used to be surprised at this answer. I'm not surprised anymore. But frequently people will say, we had been married about 3 months. And we started feeling differently about each other. Or it happened on our honeymoon. Or it happened a month before the wedding. And things, it's a sad story. It's not an unusual story. But when it comes to sexuality, one of the things I want couples to know is that real, healthy, a good, healthy sexual experience is not going to happen the first time that you're together with each other. It's just not. And people frequently have built themselves up to that moment and then come away saying, is that all there is? You know, is there more to it than that? Well, there's a lot more to it. But you guys are just learning okay. Well, you're learning to ride the bicycle, okay? I'm not sure I like that analogy, but I'll go with it anyway. And so if, you don't know how to ride a bicycle the first time you try. And you may fall off. Don't take that literally and apply that to sexual activity. So, again, I'm going to stop right there because I'll get myself deeper in. But the point is, the first time that you have sexual intercourse with someone, it's not going to be the pinnacle of your sensual life. Now, it's not going to be bad, and it doesn't have to be bad. Don't take me wrong with that. But that's one of the keys, and this has to do with time and understanding and connection and talking and listening. One of the keys to healthy sexuality is that it grows, and it grows, and it grows, and it grows over time as we come to love each other differently. We come to love each other maybe in a more mature way. We become more familiar with each other sexually and non-sexually. That's when true healthy sexuality is going to be more likely.